Good evening. This is Philip Fieldy Music, and tonight we're going to talk about another one of my favorite albums of all time. So I'm not going to say this is my favorite album by Prince, but it is up there, and it is another no skip for him. It's probably my second favorite, I would say, after Purple Rain. So, um, yeah, we're talking about 1989 Batman soundtrack. So, was reading up on this album because I was like, okay, I need to be a little bit more prepared when I do this instead of just talking about my memories, even though I am going to talk about those. So, yeah, so let's start there. So, 1989 Batman movie. I wasn't a Batman fan yet. Um, Pretty sure my mother was trying to get me into it, show me the album, and I fell in love with the album, to be honest, before the movie, really, even. Um, but then I got into the movie as well. Because to be honest, when I first heard Prince, she was really jamming it, and I wasn't really feeling it. Cause I was like, Raspberry Beret, what the hell is that? I was just, well, I don't care about this. But I was wrong. I have grown to appreciate Prince now. Um, but heck, I did then. 1989 Batman, I was down. Purple Rain, I got into after that, so got into all of this stuff after that. So, anyway, so that was my thing with 1989 Batman soundtrack. So, some things I learned about while I was doing some reading on this from like Wikipedia and Spotify had these little, little factoids that would pop up. This album was supposed to be a duet album with Michael Jackson and Prince. So I thought that was interesting. It did not come into fruition because Michael Jackson was busy on tours and stuff, but he was supposed to play the Batman character on the soundtrack and Bruce Wayne. And Prince was supposed to be the Joker. So Prince ended up being both, or all three, on the album because he still did the plan that he had of having the songs be like in the character. So like the first track, the future was supposed to be Batman. And then the next one was the electric chair, which was supposed to be Prince. Prince, Joker. The arms of Orion was supposed to be Batman and Vicky Vale. Party Man's Joker, Vicky Waiting, Bruce Wayne. Trust, Joker, Lemon Crush, Vicky Vale. Scandalous, I don't remember on that one. And Bat Dance, I think everybody is in that one. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting as well. I did like how this music was used, like in the movie and stuff like that, like Party Man when it was used in the museum where they were like tagging it up and destroying it, and also like Trust when they're doing the whole gas balloon things and killing people on the street thing, marching or what's it called, a parade. So that was interesting as well. Man, Prince does not. I know this movie is not, totally a kid movie, but it is too, though. But he never fails to throw some sexual lyrics up in here. So I found it amusing. Even today, I do still. When I was a kid, I did too. So another thing I was going to bring up on this one is that Tim Burton was wanting Prince to work with Danny Elfman, who did the score for it, but Danny turned it down. So I was like, "What the hell? Did he beat you at basketball, Danny, or did he not serve you pancakes, or what's the deal?" I don't know. Maybe it's something. I'm sure Prince was a control freak. I mean, he was a control freak, and I'm sure he pissed a lot of people off with that. So, um, but I mean, I showed it to a friend of mine, this album, or like some tracks off of it, and I said, "Hey, this is not what you're thinking it's going to sound like." But she was like, "Hey, it does sound like what I thought it was going to sound like because it's Prince plus Batman." So, I mean, I showed Party Man, and I showed Bat Dance, which it took me a little while to get into that one, to be honest. My favorite track off of this is Party Man, though, to be honest. I like every song off of this one, though. And like I said, Bat Dance took a little while to grow on me. Because, this whole album has a lot of, like, especially that song, though, has a lot of, like, sampling of the movie and You got Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, and I'm blanking on who played. Okay, I got my computer open just because of that, because I will blank on the name. Kim Basinger, and Robert Wool too were sampled for this album as well. So yeah, I like The Future. The Future is a great opener. I re-listened to this whole album too right before this too, so I was like, oh yeah, this is, yeah. And I mean, Electric Chair, the lyrics of like, if a man is guilty for all his crimes, future crimes, give him the electric chair for all his future crimes. Yeah, whatever said there. Arms of Orion has a feature with Sheena Easton, so she's playing the Vicky Bell part, so I thought that was interesting as well. Party Man even has Prince's girlfriend at the time, Anna Fantastic or Anna Garcia, doing those little female vocal lines in it, or little talking snippets. And to be honest, he wrote a lot of these songs for her. Some of these songs were actually old. I was reading too, like Electric Chair was written a year before this album. Because I was reading, he got this whole album together in like 6 weeks. So he used some of his old songs he had just waiting around. Another one, Vicky Waiting, was originally Anna Waiting. Lemon Crush was also about Anna as well. And let's see, Trust was actually supposed to be 200 Balloons, but they didn't like that song, so he got Trust together, and Trust passed it and got in the movie. But he actually utilized 200 Balloons in Bat Dance, as well as Raven to the Joy Fantastic, I believe, in another song. So, and that last track was actually supposed to be a really dark track they had. Dance with the Devil is what he said. It was dark, but I don't know how dark it would be. I remember there was this whole thing about his Black album. It was supposed to be so dark that we couldn't handle it, and it was kind of weak sauce, to be honest. So, from my memory of it, maybe if I revisit it, I'll feel differently. But I don't feel like it was that dark. So, but yeah, so Badass is all like spliced up together. But anyway, Arms of Orion's very sweet. I like that one. Party Man has some great lines in it. He always got to push that sexual stuff in. It's just so funky as well. And then Vicky Waiting has this funny little sexual joke about why is your organ so small? I didn't know if I was playing a cathedral, which is supposed to be from the Bruce Wayne's supposed to be singing that. I love Trust. I think maybe it's because of the movie too, but Party Man and Trust just really stand out because of their parts of it. Lemon Crush is probably my least favorite off of it, but I still like it. Scandalous is very maybe like a New Jack Swing sounding to me a little bit, but I still like it though. And that was co-written by his father, him and his father. So I thought that was cool. And like Badass has that crazy video, all these dances and him dressed up as this character he called Gemini, which in this album, I believe it said on the Party Man thing, he was using this Camille voice. But he did this Gemini character, which is like another character supposed to be like a Batman and Joker together, but it looks like Two-Face. So even though he's not in this movie at all, but he really threw his all into it, I think, and it really. Bat Dance was the #1 hit for him, and it was his first hit since Kiss, which I think there was some years in between that. While I got this up, let me check that out, because I just want to know. I think it said it. Let me just go to Bat Dance. Oh, right here. First #1 song since Kiss, so Bat Dance was 1989, so Kiss was 1986, so 3 years. Yeah, so it's another non-skip album for me. I love Batman. I love this movie. It was a great one to me. Yeah, the soundtrack had a big impact on me. It's one of my go-to, pretty often. It's a short little, it's like 40 minutes or something. But it's a good album. So I do recommend it. I think everybody should check it out. Everybody should check the movie out too. It's good. The second one's good too. The second movie is good as well. Can't recall. I mean, there's like little songs I remember from other soundtracks, but this one does not sound like any other soundtrack. That's another thing I said to my friend was like, yeah, this soundtrack does not sound like any other Batman soundtrack. This is a very unique beast. Yeah, so that's my thoughts. So in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on this album, songs, whatever. If you're not subscribed, please do like the video, hit the bell, share, help me get my subscriptions up, and join me for another song of the day and continue our musical discovery. And I do appreciate the help, and I really do need it. Got to continue on and on, build the audience. Yeah, Danny Elfman, if you're out there, comment why why you didn't want to work with Prince. I found that interesting. And yeah, so we'll join me tomorrow for another song of the day and continue our musical discovery. I did one this morning. I liked it a lot better than people that I talked to about it, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new song cycle part, so it should be a newer song that just came out this year. And yes, have a good night. Bye-bye.